I'm gonna try to do this without crying. Already crying. And I don't know why. I think I'm just like, my pregnancy hormones are like out of control right now. Okay. I'm supposed to be doing my makeup right now, and it's like almost 12 o'clock, and I still haven't done it because every time I sit down to do it, I cry. I don't know why. One of the last videos I made, I was talking to you guys about the situation. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Okay, I was talking to you guys about the situation with my son, and the amount of support that I received was a lot. And then I talked to my attorney, and they called over to the judge's chambers, and they said that the judge was almost done, and that we should hear something the end of this week, which today is Friday. This was on Wednesday though, so I haven't heard anything yet, but they said end of this week or early next week. And I just feel, I feel so overwhelmed. And I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because, fuck, the last 2 years as a mom have been so hard, and I often question myself on whether or not I've done the right thing, and if I said the right thing, and if I've done enough, and if I've filed enough petitions and enough motions. And I'm overwhelmed because I'm so grateful that the last 2 years I have kept my mind. Anyone that's ever had to go through a divorce or a separation or a situation where you're not able to be with your kid 100% of the time, it is hard. It is so hard. There have been so many times that I have just felt like I couldn't breathe and I wasn't going to be able to function. People say to me all the time, I don't know how you do it, and I don't know either, except for it's literally been my faith in God that has kept my mind. Like, if I didn't have that, I would have, I don't even think I would be here right now. And I always said, like, I would never come in here and be one of those people crying, because I know how much people hate it, but I can't talk about this without crying. It's like, I either have to get mad. When I get mad, I'm not focusing on my son. I'm just thinking about how upset I am at his dad. But when I think about my son, this is how I get. All I do is cry. Because I miss him. I miss being able to be with him every single day. I miss, if he's not feeling well, being able to be there for him. I miss that. But I also know that I made the right decision in leaving because of the turmoil that he was living in. And I don't believe in staying in a situation for the children. I believe that children are much better off with two mentally stable and happy parents than they are with two miserable parents together. And anybody that I've ever spoken to that their parents have stayed together for their kids, they wish that their parents would have just got divorced. I'm not saying that it's easy, because it's not. But I feel like I've done everything that I can at this point. It's not saying I've done everything that I will do, but at this point, I've done everything that I can. And I'm so grateful for the joy that I've been able to experience still over the last 2 years. And people will sometimes say, like, I don't know how you could do this and you don't have your son, or how you could be happy and you don't have your son. And it's like, joy is just this, it's this assurance in that God's in control. There's nothing that I'm going to be able to do that's going to be able to change it. And that's why I said throughout this whole process, like, there's been so many lies. It's like every day there's a new thing. But it's like, I have this confidence in that God knows, God sees, and it doesn't really matter. Like, I wasn't going to go back and make up a bunch of lies, and I could have done that. I could have easily done that. But I just said, I'm going to keep my integrity. I'm going to do and say what's right. I'm going to tell the truth, and I'm going to just trust God that he's going to handle this situation. And that means whatever it looks like. whatever that looks like. I hope and pray that, you know, the outcome that I've been praying for is, you know, what ends up happening, but I don't know. And no matter what happens, God is still good. I'm still Huxley's mom. And God chose me to be his mother, and he chose me to be his mother for a reason. There's something in me that he needs. And I just, that's something that I remember every single solitary day. But the point of this video was because I was going to do my makeup. I wasn't even going to talk about this, but I can't sit. Every time I sit here, I start crying, and I start doing my makeup, and then I start crying, and then it's a waste, and I mess it up. But I just wanted to tell you guys thank you. I appreciate you guys. So many of you have been so supportive to me and my family over the last 2 years through all of this. And I see most of your messages, not all of them, but I see most of your messages, and I'm so grateful and so appreciative. And I don't know, if you're doubting yourself as a mom, just know that God has put something in you special to be able to do what you do. He's graced you. And when you feel like you can't do it and you can't go any further, like, that's where God steps in. Like, his strength is literally perfect. The Bible talks about the joy of the Lord being our strength. And I feel like just living in this environment, like with Anthony and my daughter and with the baby, and even with this new baby coming, like being able to have joy still in the midst of the chaos and everything that's going on, and not letting that be stolen from me anymore. And it's literally been my strength. Like, we just have such a good time. We're laughing all the time. We're enjoying everything. Like, I don't sit and cry every single solitary day. I don't. When I think about it, I get sad, and I just give it to the Lord, and I just ask God right there in that moment to let my son know how much he's loved, even when I'm not with him. So I just want to thank you guys for your support. I'm sorry I came on here crying. I really try not to, but if I start making another video, I have to wait like 2 hours so my face isn't all puffy and red. So I figured I would just try to do my makeup, and it didn't work out. Maybe Anthony's taking a nap, and we have Anthony's company Christmas party tonight, so I have to get ready at some point today. But I think I'm gonna go make some bacon and watch Southern Charm and try to stop crying.